you all this morning. Let's come to our settling space. So we can have specs on or off, you choose. We'll be here for a little over 5 minutes. So it's a bit of a chilly morning again. So if you need an extra layer on, please do pop that on, maybe a cushion behind the back. Just take a little time to make sure you're going to be warm and comfortable, that you feel supported. It's just worth taking a little extra time. And your hands can be into your lap, or if you prefer, they can be onto a cushion, a support of some sort. And let's just let ourselves find our expansiveness and spaciousness. So the eyes can be gently closed. Finding a little space behind the back, between even the back teeth. The tongue resting lightly behind the top teeth, lips softly closed. Soft into the cheeks and the forehead. You may like to take the head from one side to the other a couple of times, just easing the neck out a little. Softening the shoulders down, releasing the arms. Let those hands, fingers and thumbs, palms of hands be soft and spacious. Relaxing into the tummy. Releasing into the hips. So let yourself be heavy into the hips. Softening into the thighs and the lower legs. Feet and toes. Just being aware of where you can feel the sensations of your body against the ground. That's against the chair, and the feet against the ground. An awareness of your breath. So as we allow the awareness to rest with the breath, finding the expansiveness that's naturally coming into your chest. So we're not going to make it any more expansive than it naturally is, but imagining that expansion as the lungs fill, as you inflate them. Pause. And a longer exhalation. Just imagine that expansiveness in the lungs as they inflate, bringing oxygen, energy into the body, and then just letting it go with that deflation, taking away all that is used up but no longer needed. And as we come to the pause at the end of that inhale, imagining that breath, knowing that breath is carried to all the spaces in the body. And then as we let go, all those spaces are refreshed. That little pause before the inhale makes its way back. Following the breath then on this journey where it goes and it seeks out all the cells, all the spaces between the cells. We are more space than matter. And then the pause before the exhalation. reaching not only the physical body, the matter, but also the energetic body. So for the next couple of minutes, just allowing yourself to be with that expansion, that journey of the breath. As our awareness rests with the breath, it also allows the mind to become more expansive, to allow the mind to rest. So if we catch the mind being distracted by internal or external things going on, we can recognize that and then just gently come back. Come back and watch the breath. Now I'm going to take a deeper breath in through the nose. And then just opening the mouth very slightly, let the breath go and see if we can just make that exhale a little longer. Another couple of times, so a nice deep inhale through the nose. And then just letting it go through the mouth, through a very small aperture in the mouth, as if you were going to whistle. And taking another deeper breath in and coming to sit upright. And let the head, so once we're upright, just let the head sink down, chin to chest, shoulders down. And just softly open the eyes there. Taking a couple of breaths with this, letting the gaze just gently readjust to daylight. And we'll roll the head from one shoulder to the other. So let's go to one shoulder and then come back through the centre to the other shoulder. And we'll continue. So we'll marry that with breath. Breath in, moving in one direction, breath out the other. Seeing if we can continue with the slight lengthening of the exhalation. Allowing ourselves to pause, of course, as well. whenever you come to the end of your next exhalation, then bring the chin back to the centre. And when you're ready, no hurry, don't let me hurry you. When you're ready, lifting the nose, and keep your gaze away from the screen just for a moment. Pop blankets to one side, regather glasses, etc. Maybe have a quick drink of tea. And then come to sitting with your arms down by the sides and your palms are facing behind. And we'll just make sure that we're sitting really nice and upright, so tummy in, pelvic floor engaged, engaging through your thighs and your legs once again, and stretching those fingertips down to the ground, palms are behind you. So with our next inhale, we're going to raise the arms up in front, keeping the shoulders down. And with the exhale, just float the arms back down by the sides. So I'll do that another few times. Our last one. Now raise them up to shoulder height, keep the shoulders down, and the arms can be just a little softer now, so don't extend too much. With our breath in, we're going to raise them up and turn them so they're palm facing palm but shoulder width apart. Only going up as high as is comfortable for you. Exhaling, bring them back down to shoulder height, palm down. So inhale, lift up, engage your tummy as you lift up, palm to palm, shoulder width apart. Exhale, coming back, palm down, shoulder height. So we'll do 2 more of those. Now this time we're going to raise the arms up. Breath in, breath out, and take them out shoulder height, palms down. Breath in, turn palms up, lifting them up. Breath out, turning the palms, palms down, come back to shoulder height. Lovely. Twice more. Just keeping, if we can, that slightly longer exhale. At the end of this exhale, float those arms down by the sides. Lovely, and bring your hands to your thighs. We're going to roll one shoulder forward and the next shoulder forward. One shoulder forward, so bring them forward, next shoulder forward. Bring those arms into it. And then can we go backwards? And then we'll come to both shoulders. Let's lift them up by the ears and down. Another couple of times. And lovely. Bring fingertips to shoulders. And with our breath in, we're going to open the chest, take the gaze up, bring the shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale, draw your tummy in, bring the elbows towards each other, chin tucks in. And continue. And then after your next exhale, take the elbows out to the sides, give them a roll, and then release them down. Oh, lovely. So we should feel that we've got some expansion and space in the shoulders now, so that's good. Let's continue that into the rest of the spine. So we'll do some cat, breathing in. Really expand that front body, and then with the exhale, contracting that front body, drawing in the navel, round the shoulders, and feel the expansion in the spine instead. So another couple of times. You can go slowly with this, inhaling, opening, expanding, exhaling, drawing in, contracting the front body, expanding through the spine, find the space in the spine. And we'll do one more, in fact. At the end of your last exhale, whenever that happens to be, make your way back to the centre. Good, lovely. Let's take a breath in here. Breath out, we're going to look around to the right. And breath into the centre. Breath out, look around to the left. Breath into the centre. We're going back to the right and take the right hand to the left thigh. No, left hand to the right thigh even. And just bring the shoulders around. Breath in, make our way back to the centre. And then go to the other side. So we're looking to the left, we're bringing the right hand to the left thigh, bring the shoulders around. And then we're coming back to the front. We'll do one more like that. Lovely. Take a breath in, bring your arms up, either shoulder height or palm to palm. Exhale, go over to your right, expanding down the side body now. Breath in as we lift to the centre, tummy engaged as you do that, over to the other side. And then lift to the centre. So another couple of times to each side. Good, and then back to centre, bring the arms down. And you bring the hands to the thighs, take a breath in, bring your tummy in. This time we're going to hinge at the top of the thighs as we keep the spine as straight as we can, including the neck spine. So your shoulder blades slightly together behind you as you come forward, bringing that torso to the thighs. You can remove your hands if that's more comfortable, or keep your hands on your thighs. But find the expansion between your tailbone and the crown of the head. So we don't want to tuck the chin in, and nor do we want to lift the chin. Find the extension and expansion in the spine. Lovely. Maybe you can get a sense of the breath there as well, whilst we just hold for another moment. And then with an inhale, engage your tummy again and come up as straight as you can. So without rounding. Lovely. Good. Okay. So let's get into these hips next. So we're just lifting the knee towards the chest. So lift the knee towards the chest, keep your tummy engaged, and then bring that leg down. And the other one, so lift up. Let's use an inhale to lift up. And then down. So lift up this right knee. And then can we extend it out and bring it back in and lower down. And left knee in just as much as you can. Extend as much as you can without collapsing in your back. Keep that tummy engaged. Bend the knee, bring it in. And then bring it down to the ground. So back to the right, up and out. And in and down. And the left, up, out, in and down. One more to each side. Lovely. Good. Well done. And then if we can, we're going to either circle around like so, or if that's not good for you today, you could take your leg out to the side and back. Okay, so we'll go with the right one. Bring it up, circle it around, or just taking it out to the side and then back into the centre. We'll do that 3 times. Bring it back, sit up tall, of course, is reset every time we come back, and then the other side. And back. Good. Bring your feet and knees together. I'm going to bring the hands together at the heart centre. So you could bring your hands together at the heart centre, or you could raise them up and bring your elbows together as well. So that's up to you. And then when we breathe in, we're going to open the arms or the palms away from each other out to the sides, and open your knees but keep your feet together. So you could roll over onto the outsides of your feet if you like. And then with the exhale, bring everything back in towards each other, but make sure you're just using your tummy as well to do that. So inhaling, we're opening up with the arms, taking the knees wide whilst keeping the feet together. Exhale, tummy in as you bring everything in. So we're finding that expansiveness as we breathe in and open, and we know those lungs are filling up. Taking that oxygen all through your body, and then exhaling as we draw everything in. Bring it all in. So another couple of times. And then we'll release those arms, just bring the legs back. Take a moment, we can move a little bit, move the shoulders if we want, have a little wiggle on the spot. Ease your back. Okay, so the last couple of weeks we've been doing tapping opposites, so we'll do a bit of tapping opposites. You can tap your knee, lifting your knee and tapping your knee, or you can extend that further down the leg even to your toes. And you could alternate that if you like as well. You could come back the knee and then go further down, and you get a nice bit of twisting action with the back as well. So just when you're ready, so you've got a bit of a marching action with the hands. One hand touching the leg, one hand coming down by the side. So you don't keep your back static. You could be twisting, you could be forward folding and twisting. Could be coming even deeper than that maybe, but just go within your comfort zone. Don't push yourself to do something that you're not ready to do, and make sure that you're breathing, so don't hold your breath. And keep your faces soft and spacious. So let's do another 3. Good, so you should have got some nice heat coming up, and we've got some lovely movement into the back. So keeping with that sense of lengthening the exhale, we're going to lift the left arm up. We'll go with your left arm. And that's a breath in. No, it isn't. That's a lie. It's a breath out. Breath in, we're going to open that arm to the side, and you're twisting around to follow that hand. And then with the breath out, let's just open that mouth very slightly, as if we're whistling again. Little pause, breath in. A little pause there. And then just very small opening in the mouth as we let that exhale just almost whistle away. Pause. One more time. And then we'll bring that hand back. Bring the other one up. Next breath in, we're opening up, keeping that arm gracious and soft. Two more times. And bring the arm down. Lovely. Now continuing with our opposite sides, we did this last week, didn't we? You don't know until I say it. Silly me. Let's taking the right leg out to the side. That can be a bent knee or a straight leg, and we extend the left arm out. Yes, it's that one. Taking a breath in, breath out, we draw the elbow and the knee towards each other. So that might be they're a foot apart, it might be they're an inch apart, it might be that they touch. And then we'll continue on that side. So it's expanding, breath in, breath out, we're contracting, drawing things together. Good. Make sure your tummy is helping you with that contraction. 2 more. And then a final stretch out. And then draw everything down, bring the foot in, reset for a moment. And then we'll go with the other side. So the left leg extends out, right arm. We're taking that all-important inhale, exhale, draw the tummy in, bringing the knee, the elbow towards each other. So it could be a different experience on this side to the other. Go in your comfort, don't push it beyond where you should be. So a little bit of effort, a little bit of, oh gosh, I'm working hard there, is fine. But if we find that it's starting to pinch, or you know you're just doing a little bit too much, just ease back, that's fine. We're allowed. So then a final stretch out. And then we'll come back to the centre. And just bringing ourselves a little further forward on the chair so the heel can come to the ground. So it's another twist. I think it was last week we explored this. We're going to slide the heel away and take the opposite arm out to the side and twist around. And that leg goes straight and you draw the toes towards you. And then we use the tummy to come back to the centre. And we'll do that 2 more times. Bring the foot back and then extend it out with the heel along the ground, sliding along the ground, toes towards you. And then bring that leg back. So hopefully we've still got some tummy contraction going on. Let's find that again. And then back to base, as it were. So although we want to find, we're sort of finding space and expansion everywhere, but not in the tummy, because the tummy needs to protect. Tummy needs to be drawn in. Left heel to the ground, right arm out. Slide that heel away, draw the toes towards you, bring that arm out to the side. Back to the centre. Slide the heel in. So again, slide away, open up. Sliding back, contracting. And again. Sliding back. And back to base. I've reset, just give yourself a moment. Both heels to the ground. Slide both heels away. So you might need to come a little further forward in that chair. Draw your toes towards you. Your heels are on the floor. Draw your toes towards you strongly. So you're really engaging into your quads, then into your pelvic floor, into your buttocks, into your tummy. And we'll take a breath in and we'll raise those arms up. And with the breath out, we're sort of hinging into a V shape. Bring the arms forward. Lovely. Breath in, tummy, engage, lift up. And just change that hand direction. So palms are going towards each other. Breath out, going to push those hands away. Put to the heels of the hands. So 3 more times if we can. It might be a little bit uncomfortable with the back of the chair, the seat of the chair rather, into the backs of the thighs, but we're only doing 3 more. Of course, if it's too much or it is too uncomfortable, then you can pause at any time. Lifting up, coming forward, and I was rattling, so I think we've got 1 more to go. Anyway, we'll do 1 more for luck anyway, in case I completely lost the plot. Which is quite likely. Don't forget those toes coming up towards you. Great. Lift up. Bring the arms down. Bring those legs back in. Seat back to the centre of the chair. And then just bring your awareness down to your feet and let's do some foot mobility. So we can twiddle those toes to begin with. And then give them a scrunch and an extension. So scrunch them in and stretch them out. Scrunch them in. Stretch them out. So do that one more time. Scrunch them in and stretch them out. And then relax and release them. And then let's come on to toes. Raise those heels as high as you can. And then onto your heels and raise your toes as high as you can. And then we'll continue onto our toes. Maybe breath in there. Breath out, releasing the foot down and raising the toes. Another couple of times. Keep this upper body engaged as you work, so don't let your tummy sag. And keep that expansion in your shoulders, tailbone down to the ground, crown of head up to sky. And bring those feet down to the ground, just feeling the sensation of the foot on the ground, on a block, on books, whatever you've got there. And then we'll go on to the outside edge of one foot, inside edge of, inside edge of the other. Take the knees over to one side. Tummy engage as we lift the knees back to the centre and then over to the other side. Back to the centre. Let's do that another couple of times. Good. That's good. Right, we're going to twizzle round on the chair. So twizzling round to your right foot on the ground. Bring your left toes to the ground, knee bent, or extend that leg behind you. Bring your hands to your heart centre, or you can bring them overhead. But shoulders down, no matter what you've chosen, and shoulder blades slightly together behind. Lovely openness into both the front of the body and also spaciousness into the spine. So just feel into that spaciousness in the spine. Let yourself grow through the crown of the head. Breath in, breath out. We're going to open those arms. So one goes behind. It could go to the waist if that's uncomfortable. The other one in front. And just check that front knee hasn't fallen in. And also that front foot. Place your weight a little into the heel and then into the ball of the big toe and then the ball of the little toe. And gaze down that middle right finger. A couple of breaths, a couple more breaths I should say. Now next breath in, drop this right hand down, turn your drop this left hand down. Turn your right palm up and then lift it up, and you're either looking ahead or you're looking up to the sky. But remember, when we're looking up, we just don't let the head drop back too far. And we'll take a breath in. With the breath out, we're bringing this forearm, the right forearm, down to the right thigh, and then this left hand, just take it behind the waist. So we're drawing this left shoulder back, so you're lovely and open into that heart centre. And if you can, look straight ahead. Lovely. Now take a breath in, bring the shoulders around, lift the arms again, or you're bringing them back to the heart centre. And then bring them down and swivel back to the centre again. And bring the legs in. Just draw in through the pelvic floor, little tuck into your buttocks, into your tummy. Bring everything back to centre. Lovely, couple of breaths. And then let's do that to the other side. So we're swiveling around with your left foot in front, onto the right toes with bent knee, or extending that right leg behind you. Hands can come to the heart centre, or extend, but your shoulders are down, shoulder blades slightly together. Find the length into your spine and the expansion into the front body. then we'll take a breath in. To expand a little further, breath out and bring the arms to shoulder height. Remember, this right hand can come to the waist behind if that's better. Your gaze is down your middle finger of the left hand. Plug in through that left foot into the ground, making sure the knee's not falling in, so that front leg is working. There's quite a lot of effort going in there. And the next breath in, let this right hand come down, turn your left palm up and then lift that hand up, maybe taking the gaze up to the sky. Another breath in. With the breath out, bring the forearm to the thigh and then take this right hand behind your back. So you can bring this right shoulder back as much as you can. And if you can, just looking straight ahead or up to the sky if that's okay, it's up to you. Lovely expansion in the front body. Going to take a breath in, bring the shoulders around, lift. The hands can come to heart center, remember. And then bring them down and make your way back to front. Bring the legs together. Take your feet directly onto the ground. So I'll just have a quick slurp whilst we're still here. So let's come up through our chair pose. So we know we need to engage through the soles of the feet, through the tummy, pelvic floor. Hands can come to chair or to heart center. Next breath in, we're going to lift to halfway. Take your weight into your heels, into your hips. And with our next breath out, we're going to gently lower ourselves back into the chair. So you may need to pop a hand down so you land on the chair and not on the ground, please. Let's do that again. So we're going to lift up. This is a really good practice to do whenever. We can all do. Find space for this and down we go. Do that one more time. Just one more time, up and down. This time back to that halfway space, so back into your chair pose, weight into heels. And then next breath in, we'll lift up, push through the legs, maybe stretch up if you like. Bring those arms down. Lovely. And this week we're going to face the back of the chair, so the chair back. So if you need to move your chair, remember to bend your knees, do that very carefully. So we come to facing the back of the chair, standing tall. So let's lift the toes up and then just gently bring them down. And then we can scrunch the toes as if we're clinging onto the planet. And then we remind ourselves that we don't have to do that. So we can just let the toes go. Toes are soft. Lift up into the arches of your feet. Engage your kneecaps slightly, so that engages your quads. Bring in your pelvic floor and your tummy, little contraction into your glutes, into your buttocks. Tailbone down to the ground, crown of head up to sky. Bring the shoulder blades together slightly and down and soften your face. So a couple of breaths there, standing with real purpose. Tall and engaged everywhere. Lovely. Now we're going to take that weight into the right foot and engage that right leg a little more and take the left toes backwards, nice big stride. And can you come onto the toes of that left foot? Your right knee is bent and is over the ankle. You're not going beyond the ankle forward because then you're taking your weight into your knee, which is a really good way to really hurt your knee. Just onto those back toes. Perhaps we can let go with one hand of the chair. Just bring the other hand maybe to the heart centre, maybe the other one as well, or maybe not. Onto those back toes, so you're working really hard there, engaging that back leg. Wonderful. Now let's bring both hands to the chair. Take a breath in and straighten the front leg. Lift your left foot off the ground. Flex the foot now, so bring those toes in. And then we're going to bend forward as much as we can, lift the leg as much as we can, whilst pushing through the heel and tummy engaged. Good. Now bend the front knee and bring those left toes to the ground again. So it's a really nice controlled movement. Well done. And then step forward. Woof. So let's come back to that mountain pose Tadasana that we started with there. So standing tall and engaged. And then the weight goes into the left leg, left foot engaged a little bit more. Those 3 points where we plug into the ground. Take the right toes behind you. Also bending the left knee over the ankle onto the toes of that back leg and really engage the glute and the hamstrings of that back leg. You could take one hand off the chair or both hands off the chair if you wish. If you want to experiment here with balance, with strength. Then both hands come to the chair. We take that weight onto the left leg, straighten the left leg, but always a little kindness in the knee. Lifting the right leg, pushing through the heel, maybe leaning forward a little more, seeing how much we can get there. A couple of steady breaths. And then use an inhale and we'll bring those right toes back to the ground. Nice controlled movement. And then step forward. Great. Hands onto the chair. We're just going to walk back into that back stretch. So walk back, bend your knees, take your hips backwards. The trick is not to let yourself sag. So you want your tummy engaged, head between your arms if you can. And take your hips backwards so you really feel the stretch through your back, into your hips. Keep those knees soft. Then engage your tummy a little bit more and lift up and just walking those feet forward again. Down, back up. Lovely. And then we'll step away from the chair. I can't remember if we did this one last week or not, but we're going to do it now anyway. So step away from the chair. You need to have some space so you can take your arms down by your sides and behind you. And stand up tall again. So engage the body, the lower body, and then we're going to bring the arms up to shoulder height. And that's an inhale position. Exhale, bring your right hand down by the side. Turn the palm so it's face forward, and then inhale. If you can, you're going to take that arm behind you as high as is comfortable. You may be able to twist around and look at that arm, but if not, don't worry, just lifting up as far as is comfortable and then coming back down by the side. Turn the palm, breath in as we lift back to the center. So each movement is a breath. Exhale with the left hand down by the side. Pause as we turn. Inhale as we go back as much as we can, comfortably without any strain and stress. Exhale, coming back down by the side. Turn the palm, so palms behind now. Breath in as we lift back up to shoulder height. So I'll talk us through one more. Right hand down by the side, palm back, and then we change the direction of the palm in the pause. Inhale as we lift that hand behind, maybe looking behind. Exhale, float the hand down by the side, pause and turn. Inhale, lift back up to shoulder height. Exhale, other side, down, turn. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down, turn. Inhale, lift. So we'll do one more without me talking. So I'll do it with you, but not talking. then just bring the arms down by the side, have a little softening out, let everything go, maybe have a little disco dance. And then we're going to come down for relaxation. So we're going to come back down to our chairs or to a different chair, wherever you're going. Wrapping up warmly, pop your layers on. And I will go and recover all of my layers that have been discarded. And then whenever you're ready, specs on or off. Hands can be directly into the lap or onto a cushion or a pillow. Just softly closing the eyes when you're ready. Letting the face be soft and spacious into your forehead and scalp, temples, cheeks, your mouth. Letting the lower jaw just gently drop away from the upper jaw, keeping those lips very softly closed, if that's okay for your breathing. Space at the throat, into the neck, settling the shoulders down, releasing the arms, hands, fingers and thumbs. Let them just be gently curled. Relaxing your tummy now, into the lower back, into the hips, releasing the thighs and the lower legs. Space and softness into feet and into toes. And the breath just gently flowing in its own rhythm, its own manner. Bring to mind a clear winter's night. That expanse of sky, midnight blues, perhaps lightning slightly towards the horizon, a huge expanse of beautiful midnight blue. And the winter bringing crispness to the moon, to the pinpoints of the stars. Just taking in the vastness, the vast expanse of the sky, studded with these beautiful stars. Finding the darkest point in the sky away from the moon and letting your sight, your visualization, your imagination stretch deep to find the star that's furthest away. What kind of galaxy surrounds this star? What kind of solar system? Take in the wonder, the magic of this massive expanse of sky and this star, this solar system, this galaxy, universe far away. And then take that awareness to this space of Chitta-kasha. So that's the dark space behind the closed eyes. So imagining that beautiful space studded with stars being here, in this space behind your closed eyes, deep into your mind. This space of mind and body. Wonder at the majesty of it, this space in you, in your own amazing self. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. So come back to the sensations of body, of breath, of chair and ground beneath you. Perhaps taking a deeper breath in, just this signal that this part of the practice is coming to a close. Bringing some movement, maybe head slightly side to side, very slight movement, toes and fingertips. Let's bring the hands together, rubbing them together briskly, creating that heat and warmth, this last bit of self-care in our practice. Cupping them over the closed eyes and letting the eyes gently open there before allowing the light to softly filter through the fingers. And we'll draw our hands, when you're ready, down to the heart space. Om Shanti.